Okay, folks, very special Mike's Meals. I'm doing a little old school here, folks. McDonald's, yes, I know people have different thoughts, but I was challenged to order cheeseburgers, a double cheeseburger meal, and ask for a special thing, mac sauce on the cheeseburgers. The first question is, I did order it. Did they come through? Did they do this properly? To be honest, I can't really tell, and I'm kind of leaning towards no. I think they fucked up and just didn't do it. I'm getting fucking hungry. Yep, they did it. There is mac sauce on this burger. It's underneath the cheese. Trust me, it's there. So let's see. Mac cheese on a cheeseburger. Mac sauce on a cheeseburger. I can see the appeal. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this works. Ding ding, folks. I'd like to give this young lady a shout out, but as is my policy here on Mike Messier YouTube channel, I don't mention people, private civilians, by name unless they've pre-registered. That's my policy. I just don't give out people's names or their identifying traits unless we've had a previous discussion. Well, this young woman would like, I will say this, the other night, the last time I saw her, she was wearing a Stop Asian Hate t-shirt. So maybe I'll carry that message. Stop Asian hate, you fucks. Now we're gonna have, she's a very attractive Asian lady, Japanese to be exact. So she told me to do this. We were discussing where to go late night. There is Waffle House, so that's a little more investment in your time. And I guess a few more bucks. So what you have to do, folks, is you have to order the double cheeseburger meal number 7 and say, I'd like mac sauce on the burgers, please. I was skeptical. I told the young lady, I don't think they'll do it. She said, they will. I said, well, maybe for you they will. They won't for me. They did it for me, too. So earlier today, I saw the movie. Yeah, I guess this young woman's influencing my life quite a bit because I asked her what movie she likes in the movie theater. And she had seen this animated Japanese movie. So I went to go see it tonight. And I didn't do a Mike's Instant Movie review right after the movie. I was rushing to watch the basketball game. LeBron James hits a big score to get the three-pointer. Spoilers. I mean, if you watch the game, you probably know what happened. You're not watching this, what's in Mike's stomach video to fucking find out. Damn, that's fucking good. So this young Japanese lady suggested I go see this animation movie, so I did. And it was fucking good. The movie, well, I'm thinking more the burger's good. The movie was good too. I guess I'm not the biggest anime guy in the world. It's the one about the train. And like there's this group of kids and the kid dies and his fucking mother talks to him. And in order to wake up from a dream, you gotta slice your own neck. I mean, it's kind of intense. I think it had an R rating. I hope that children throughout this world don't go slicing their own neck if they're trying to wake up from a dream. bottled water. Small cap on that thing. Save some plastic. It's amazing that we concentrate on things like plastic caps and straws when there's so many other plastic things to deal with. Folks, I guess I'll get a little deep here. We talk about all these things, you know, recycling plastic straws and do this, do that. But do you think we're just, of course, people have to park next to me. God, I hate people. It's like I'm doing a nice video. I'm trying to enjoy my time with you folks. And these other people pull up right next to me. Burger number 2. There it is. This is a nice visual. The mac sauce on the cheeseburger. I hate it when you think you have privacy and then someone like cloisters in on you. Here's a little old school. The fries tonight are actually surprisingly fresh. Like they're the nice middle ground of soggy, like kind of squishy and crisp. Like a tinge on the squishy side, but still flavorful. You put the fucking fries right in the cheeseburger. I thought that fuck was gonna park on my other side. I think I have an issue with like, and this was kind of before COVID, but COVID's made it worse. People are near me, it fucks me up. It's like, don't get close to me. People just want to be around me all the time. Fist pumping and fist pounding and all this shit. Let's back off a little bit. I had a coffee, an iced coffee, about an hour ago, and now I'm wide the fuck awake. And I just saw that I had some great comments. I think 4 comments from a new, I would check my phone, but you are my phone. I can't check the phone and talk at the same time. I was like instinctively gonna look at my fucking TubeBuddy thing. For those that don't know, I'm using TubeBuddy to get all these new viewers and subscribers to help, of course, my wonderful content. It seems like we've hit a sweet spot with these wrestling tributes. And I, to be honest, I was going to do this, and it's going to sound like bullshit, but I was planning on doing this new segment called Unsung Heroes of Wrestling, and somebody else probably has that title for something, but guys that are kind of like under the radar, and Don Kernoodle, believe it or not, was going to be like my first topic. And so when he died the other day, I was stunned. I was like, fuck, I was just about to do a video about him and then maybe even reach out to him. And I wish I had, but, you know, that's the thing. You never know when something like this is going to happen. So I feel bad. Don't worry, I'm not blaming myself, obviously, but I wish I had thought. But he probably was so sick he couldn't take any phone calls anyway. Don Kernoodle videos, people are responding favorably to it. One gentleman in the comments really wrote some nice things, so thanks, new subscriber. I believe his name is Fred. I could be wrong. Of course, the whole point of this YouTube channel, subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Yes, there's a heavy emphasis on pro wrestling. But even if you watch some of my original films, you'll see a tinge of the wrestling influence in many of them. For instance, the award-winning Disregard the Vampire Mike Messier documentary has a nice cameo by Raven. Yes, that's true. I believe his name is Fred. Forgive me if I get your name wrong, buddy, but Crockett Cup 87, Bunkhouse Stampede 86. Those are some wrestling memories that are already up. I was starting to do my Owen Hart tribute video tonight, and I got interrupted, and I just took it as a sign that I had to do a little research, meaning I wanted to refresh my Owen memories. May is Owen Hart month, though. I could be wrong. I'm going strictly by memory. I didn't Google, I didn't pre-Google, but was May 7th Owen Hart's birthday and May 23rd his day of departure, so to speak? So both days in May. And last bite of this fucking thing. Yeah. I guess I'll segue into a little upside and downside of Jacksonville, Florida. A little bonus content, folks. Upside, my friend Harrison told me before I moved here, he suggested I move here. Give him credit. He said, there's every fast food place you could imagine in Jacksonville. Spot on. Pretty much everything I've seen here. I'm trying to think of something that I haven't seen. Maybe Jack in the Box, if that's still around, or White Castle. Beyond that, right now I'm looking at a Larry's Giant Subs. There's a fucking Bojangles next to it. Over on this side, there's McDonald's and Wendy's. The Wendy's closes early. All the pizza places you want. Papa John's, Pizza Hut. We used to say Pizza Slut back in the day. Like, there's a pizza slut in town. Who wants a slutty pizza? Well, here's $1 million idea you can have for free. Cut me in if you use it. I used oh, this is good. If you've gotten this far in the video, you're gonna like this. Oh, that's fucking, dude, that's like a fucking piece of plastic itself. It's like biting into a goddamn brick. What the cunt? It's been sitting around forever. Jesus, fuck. Dude, this apple pie has had better days. What the fuck? We were doing pretty well until the apple pie. Fucker's been under the heat lamp too long. It still tastes good, but the texture is off. It's like I'm eating a fucking apple pie flavored piece of chalk. What was I talking about? Oh, the $1 million. Here we go. $1 million idea. If you use it, cut me in. If you use it, cut me into my $1 million idea. So there's like a pizza place. It's basically the Hooters of Pizza. And the idea is that the establishment hires attractive women to wear bikinis and serve pizza. And each bikini that these young women wear, maybe they're on roller skates. Yeah, let's put them on roller skates. So they're on roller skates and they're wearing bikinis. And each bikini is kind of decorated with slices of pizza with different slices, toppings. So you've got your mushroom girl, you've got your pepperoni girl, your Italian sausage girl, your olives girl, your green peppers girl. And that's how you refer to them when you come into the establishment. So if you come in, you take a gander around and you see like, oh man, that green peppers girl's looking pretty good tonight. You can ask for her by topping. So you can request, and it kind of depersonalize it so the young women don't feel, the young women don't feel feel exploited or like they don't take it personally. You know what I mean? They're like the fucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like the pink one or whatever. Because you're not using their real names because they have nowhere for a fucking name tag, but they don't feel exploited, you know, because you just say, hey, I had the mushroom one. I had Mushroom Girl last week. She wasn't that good. Can I try, Italian Sausage Girl? And maybe the young women, like, they kind of compete to be the Pepperoni Girl because the default is probably going to be pepperoni. So they start them off at, like, I don't want to say plain cheese, but plain cheese would probably be like extra cheese or something. But you know what I'm saying. But they kind of fight, like they get points somehow or whatever the fuck. And being the Pepperoni Girl, it's kind of like everybody wants that because they'll be requested the most. Please don't park next to me. Thanks for driving away. And so, like I said, they're all wearing bikinis with strategically, placed icons of pizza slices on their bikinis. Thanks for the music. No, I'll probably get a copyright infringement, you fuck. So they're all wearing bikinis. They're all wearing bikinis with strategically placed pizza icons on their bodies. And they're being referred to not by any type of name, but like their topping. I'll have Mushroom Girl. I'll have Italian Sausage Girl. And you can have there could be like a real Italian girl that works there that gets the Italian sausage fucking bikini. And then there's like a big, so the name of the place, that's the $1 million idea. What's the name of this fucking horrendous misogynistic establishment I came up with? Slice of Heaven. Oh, so one day, folks, maybe after I'm dead and in my casket and feeding worms, some fuck will be out there and they'll have watched this video at 3 a.m, and then they'll grow up to be a young, entrepreneur from Bitcoin or whatever the fuck comes next. And they'll be launching the world famous, throwback to the 80s, putting Hooters to shame, the Hooters of Pizza Slice of Heaven. And they'll be doing, some fuck out there will be doing a fucking, a Carlos's instant food, what's in the food bag review, or Carlos's meals, or just Carlos is the guy in the future, 2055, who's doing a video of, Carl's instant meals reviews, and he's going to Slice of Heaven, the Hooters of Pizza. Okay. So for those of you that are still around, you might be wondering, well, what does those fucks just left, by the way? What makes Mike's mind tick? Or how does this fucking wonderful, beautiful mind tick? Well, now you know. Slice of Heaven, I'd go there. It's the Hooters of Pizza. What the fuck? I think it's great. Well, the Hooters of Pizza, Slice of Heaven. So if anyone knows any rich people, because I do have some further ideas for Slice of Heaven, but if you happen to be a fucking startup investor and you want to invest in this wonderful business opportunity, please contact me through www.mikemessier.com, and we'll put together a business plan and a business Bible for Slice of Heaven. Okay? Anyway. Mike Messier, subscribe, like, share the videos. The fucking Asian girl was correct. I hate saying the Asian girl as if she's the only Asian girl, but the reason why I'm identifying her as such was because she had this t-shirt that said "Stop Asian Hate." And then I mean, shit, see, it's hard you know, Joe Rogan had this point that white men can't say anything now. And to be honest, it wasn't that. It's like when the Asian young lady told me, she had this shirt and it was kind of like folded up so I couldn't read it. So I said, hey, what does your shirt say? She said, stop Asian hate. And what the thought bubble that appeared in my mind's eye was, how can anyone be mean to you? You're pretty. You know, which was pretty much exactly what I was thinking. Like, okay, I get it. There's Asian hate. But that's for like other people, not attractive women, Asian women. They're not getting hated. But apparently, yeah, and I didn't ask that question because I realized how stupid it would be to ask that. But I'm admitting to you that that was the thought bubble in my head, which is, well, sure, you know, other Asian Americans are getting hate and abuse and yelled at and victimized because of all this crap. But you are attractive, so you'd be immune, right? But I didn't say that. Because it'd be a stupid thing to say, so I didn't say it. But it was the thought that was in my mind. You see what I'm saying? So I'm man enough to admit, and I think people need to be given a little, I don't want to say grace, that sounds so stupid, but a little leeway when celebrities say stupid things, or, you know, Joe Rogan on a podcast, I was saying podcast, when he says stupid things, if you're talking for 5 or 6 hours at a time, rapid fire, no filter podcast, you're going to think that most people are going to say stupid shit once in a while, right? And I've said this before. I even have, of course, a YouTube video about it, which is, don't hold me accountable to my social media, you know? And also, if you were to dig through every goddamn Mike Messier video that I've put up for 3 or 4 years, I'm sure I said a lot of stupid things. Things that if I thought about before I said them, if I were going to, you know, hold myself accountable and say, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, this is offensive, I probably wouldn't have put them out there. But as a would-be entertainer or just a person, you want to feel like you can say something and not be crucified on a cross for it. Now, on the flip side of things, if you are a person of influence, power, responsibility, you hold position over people's lives or their jobs or careers, I guess you're held to a higher standard, and, you know, so on and so forth. So it's a mishmash. A few months ago, someone was busting my proverbial balls about my film festival, and it was getting a little heated, and we're going back and forth, and I really just felt like laying out, and it was all on Facebook, of course, and I felt like telling this fucker to fuck off. But eventually I just blocked the fuck, because I realized nothing I wrote was going to satisfy this ingrate asshole. He was looking for a fight, and he doesn't know me. This is just some fuck on Facebook I'm talking about. So eventually I just blocked him. So there you have it. This Mike's Meals has gone in so many wonderful directions. I know many of the videos on Mike's Meals playlist are short, like they're 1 minute, because I'm trying to eat in a fucking restaurant and get a little video and not get confronted by anyone. Like, what are you doing? With this fucking, what do you fucking call it? Big Mac sauce on a fucking cheeseburger. I felt, you know, I'm eating my goddamn car. I felt inclined to just reach out to you, share the experience, give credit where it's due to the young lady who suggested it, and move on with my night. We got a little bit of a movie review, although I couldn't remember the name of the fucking movie. We got some political commentary. We got all these wonderful things. And the most important thing is that slushies are back. You know what I mean? So we got that going for us. Slushies are back. Okay, so we're not fucking around